Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Hof Bergmann. It is springtime, and that means it's time to put some crop in the ground. So we are doing our sunflowers. Those of you that were around for the last time we were on Hof, well, you found out that we had snow on the ground. And as such, we couldn't really do any planting because for whatever reason, the snow didn't go away, and I thought it would. But now, we loaded the save game up, the snow is gone. We can get to plant, and I have been doing a little bit of planting. We're going to fill this in where the hired helper did not do their job. They go back. I want to do some clover work today, as the thumbnail indicated. And you know what else? Our grass is ready to cut. First cut of the year, March. Hard to believe. So we're going to be mowing some clover. We're going to be mowing some grass. Hopefully clearing out our compost bunker, so we can fill that back up with straw. And to get that rocking and rolling again. Waylon, what is up? Will, how are you doing? El Capitalista, what is up? Charlie boy, I've got some news. Got some news about Emerald Coast. We'll be sharing with you in, about 10 minutes. So be sure to hang around for that. Got some other fields I want to plant crop in, but we're going to wait until April so we can put corn in the ground, soybeans in the ground, some other crops. I think our burn rate on potatoes is pretty low, but I might just put some more potatoes in the ground just for funsies' sake. Just for funsies' sake. We'll have to see. But yes, Will, we got some news. It's all right, Corey. It's all right. Life happens. But I think we have turned the corner. We are pulling into the station, as we will proverbially say. Hard to believe it is already the middle of May. We're already halfway through the 5th month of the year, and tomorrow is our final fact sheet drop for Farm Sim Mobile 23. Who is looking to pick that up on Tuesday when it releases? iOS, Android, and Nintendo Switch. No mod drops today. That was kind of interesting little thing that happened. Oh, looks like we gotta go fill up with some fertilizer. Better go do that. Yeah. yeah, I don't know how you're gonna know that until maybe there's some folks that get it. And can confirm hardware and such. What is your phone? I've got a Galaxy 22 Plus. Oh, an A51. I mean, you could probably cross-reference the specs of the 51 versus, say, I mean, what I got the 22 Plus. I have no idea what the specs on that would be. Wow, yes, that is full. There we go. Okay. Big bag of fertilizer. Bit Farmer, what is up, sir? What is up? We waited forever for our grass to grow when we started this. Now we're ready to cut again. Melvin, what's up? What is up? Okay, well, we were almost over on the Carpathian countryside tonight. They were working to fast forward into March, and I just wasn't sure if we'd have enough to keep us busy. So we're over here tonight. I'm hoping to get back over to the Carpathian countryside soon. It's already past December there, or past winter. Like I said, it was March. We're fast forwarding to March tonight. Like quite a few changes. Scooter, what is up, sir? How are you doing? How are things? Is it starting to warm up for you yet? Hot. What's hot? I'll tell you what. I was gonna say, I tell you what, it's been seasonally cool here. Low 70s, 40s at night. So everybody, welcome back to Hof Bergmann. Before we came into the real show, during the pre-show, I said I had some news. I said I had some news on Emerald Coast. I'm going to string you along for just a couple more minutes. Also, we have news about our Carpathian Countryside server. That seems to have taken off fairly well with some regular players. In fact, they were moving into March of the second year, a little bit earlier today. And we're just not on that server right now because I wasn't sure if we'd have enough to do to really fill out our live stream time together. So we'll reassess that in the coming days. Heck, they'll probably be in the height of summer in the next couple of days, the way they've been working on it. But as far as Emerald Coast, I literally just before the stream got the new version that has the traffic in place. So we're going to do just a little bit of further testing to validate traffic is working well. CCS 101 was having some issues with traffic doing a full loop and then basically stopping. But it sounds like maybe those issues are resolved. So we just want to validate it's working fine on other systems. And then I feel that we are pretty darn close to release at that point. I don't know if the itch.io page is set up yet, but it will be released. Plan to release over at itch.io. That's CCS 101's itch page. Last time I heard, the itch page was being set up. It wasn't quite ready to be linked out to anybody. So will it be released this weekend? I don't know. But if it's not this weekend, it's going to be pretty darn close. The new patch, the new shader, it's as current as it's going to get. It's just like hot donuts right off the fryer. Man, nothing better than some hot donuts right out of the fryer on the conveyor belt. Fred, what is up? What is up? Even for new sites, Scooter. Even for new itch sites. Are the bots like trolling the itch index or something? So we will be working on getting a map tour ready, and hopefully literally as soon as I hear that it is released, we'll update the description with the link and publish that video out. So keep an eye on the channel, subscribe to the channel, tick that bell, and as soon as I know that it's released, we'll work on getting the map tour out ASAP. As we all know, ASAP stands for as soon as potential. No, not really. But at any rate, soon as potential. In fact, potentially, this video is brought to you by Lawrence Anderson and Will Hausman. Thank you for being farm barons. Got you, Will. Right here. Check out the screen. I don't know. I haven't given you any hints. Any hints. Emerald Coast is the Wicked Wolf. Emerald Coast is geared around the panhandle of Florida. Yep, I don't know if Wicked Wolf, if you've had a chance to check out any of our pre-release live stream testing we did last month on Emerald Coast. Now, Emerald Coast was a little bit behind schedule. CCS 101 had some issues with his internet there for a while. I think he was down with like no internet for a week. And at the same general time frame, Giant's editor was crashing on him. This was right after the last 1.9 update, I think. And took him a little while to get that resolved. Then once that was resolved, he was having some issues with the traffic spline. Traffic splines, I should say. The traffic on this map just doesn't loop in a circle. Heck no, this traffic appears to make decisions at various intersections to provide you a real dynamic AI traffic experience. So he was having some issues with the various traffic splines. It sounds like they have now been corrected. So we just need to do a few final validation runs. Probably in single player. So if all goes well, we'll probably be live streaming that tomorrow night. Maybe Thursday, or maybe Saturday. Today's Thursday. What am I saying? Maybe Saturday. I know a guy who did a buildable pig lot. I might see if he will okay me to build that out on Emerald Coast tomorrow night. DB says the snow is gone. It's all gone. Schultz says, if you do, I'll give you $1. My media partner must not have given you the spiel. We do not accept money for mod placement. There we go. Alright, let's get this back to the farm. Nowhere, Kansas, a 16x map in FS19. Will it be a 16x map in FS Double Deuce? It was a massive build your own map, a wilderness map. We're going to start calling these map versions, variants, styles, whatever you want to call it. In FS19, it was released with a little bit of comedy. Maybe in FS22 it'll be a little bit more serious, because in FS19 the main sell point was a giant hole in the ground that literally took everything. And, well, I think some Kansanites, whatever you call people from Kansas, some of them didn't like the humor, I think. Oh, let's put this over here. Can we back it in there? Not with that angle. Totally realistic. It'll probably have a slight grade. From east to west, across all 8 kilometers, they'll probably have a 15-foot grade. I kid. Whoa, well, slow yourself down. Slow yourself down now, but don't get too much going on here. So one scoop, 6,400 meters. Lachi. I use a wheel some days, sometimes. Depends on the minute. Right this minute, yes, I'm using a wheel. Right now, no. So, very often, if I'm in this view, I'm using a keyboard and mouse. If I'm in this view, I'm using a wheel. If I'm backing things up, I'm probably using a keyboard. But if I'm in cab driving this way, it's like nearly 100% going to be a wheel. If I am driving like this, it's almost 100% going to be keyboard. I want to clear this bunker out. Alrighty, I've got most of the hardware I use is down in the description. I've got a link to some Amazon affiliate links. But as far as the wheel, I use a Rustmaster T300 RS. That is my current wheel choice. For many, many years, I used a Rustmaster T150. But it gave up the ghost, if you will. Back last year when we were doing Forza Horizon, it blew up. It literally fell apart because there was a plastic bushing that holds the steering shaft in the center of the steering column, and that plastic bushing over the years just got fragile and brittle, and it busted up into like 5 or 6 pieces. And with that out of the place, it was just a nightmare to try to use. I've never had Logitech wheels, so I have no real point of comparison. Scooter, though, looks like he's had a Logitech wheel, and for him, the point of comparison is that he prefers Rustmaster. What I can tell you is my experience with Rustmaster wheels is that they are pretty much instantly recognized by any game. I've never had a wheel, either wheel I've owned, never not be recognized from the start of the game. So for Farm Sim, you just fire it up and your wheel works. You just zero out the dead zone, if that's your thing, and off to the races you go. I've heard folks with Logitech wheels talk about needing to configure the Logitech profiler, talking about force feedback issues, and needing to like launch ATS beforehand. But again, I have no direct personal experience with Logitech wheels. What I do have experience with is a Logitech joystick, and that seemed to work pretty straight out of the box for Farm Sim. Trucker Jim, what is up? Emerald Coast is getting very close. I would be willing to say we're probably within a matter of a few days. I'm looking forward to my sill file growing. Hasn't moved a bit since planting. I'm also looking for 4-leaf clovers. Anybody sees a 4-leaf clover, let me know. I'll hold it over the next leprechaun I come across. So far, they're all 3. Feel gypped. So on this map, if we bale the green clover, we'll get clover bales. We can wrap clover and get silage. if we ted clover, we'll get traditional hay. Clover does regrow on the map. Oh. And our clover is good for our cows. It's a grass substitute. Will, I didn't see. Did you happen to post the Emerald Coast link in the testing channel? Get some others doing some single player testing. So on the Thrustmaster side, there's the T150 if it's still out, if it's still available. At one point, the T248 was to replace the T150. The T248 is supposed to kind of be the next entry-level wheel from Thrustmaster. The T300 was kind of the next step up from that. And then there's like a T500. And then there's several other kind of in the higher bracket. Rabbit Rob is here. How's it going, sir? How's your week been? Cut this. Oh, mine's been well. Mine's been well. We got a half day at work tomorrow. And then hoping to check out some Emerald Coast a little bit. Hopefully we don't get 3 map drops tomorrow like we did last Friday. That kind of ate into my half day off. Yeah, I did think they were all nice in their own respect. It did feel a little bad for the other 2 maps, though. Because comparing to Carpathian Countryside, well, most things are a letdown in direct comparison. Scooter, do you have is your Thrustmaster the one compatible with Xbox or the one compatible with PlayStation? And then I had some time today. I was going to check the mod testing thread for the first time in several months. I thought about looking at the mod testing thread. And what do you know? What do you know? It's not been updated since Thursday. Last Thursday. Looks like Chalky's on vacation. No one else is updating it. Scooter. Oh no. Rabbit Rob. That is Clover. That's what you're seeing. You're seeing Clover. Oh no, we're not square building that. We're not gonna square build that. We're going to rake it and bale it. So if we bale wet clover, we'll get clover. If we head clover, we get hay. Traditional hay. I thought Kraken was great for a system that's low on resources. Someone that's looking for a map that is low on slot count, hopefully. It's kind of like the easy UK map. Didn't have any collisions on utility poles alongside the fields. Very few hedges at all. Hedges that did exist had no collisions on them. Fences by the fields were collision free. Just felt like a very easy to play map. Are the Fnatic pedals like they only work with the Fnatic wheelbase? Or do they also connect via USB directly to PC? I didn't think about it, but I should have put in follow me. I was really surprised at the slot count for Carpathian on the server. It's, I mean, they got a ton of stuff on the server. Lots of vehicles, lots of implements, and there's still like under 1,900 out of 2,600 when a console player connects. I think somebody mentioned in the comments that if you sell all the starting machinery and you sell the buildings at the farms, that it's one of the lowest slot count maps, even with all of the other sell points and town areas. It's going to be hay time here. IRL. For the first cut also. Who else out there has done their first cut? Go to town here. Oh, some direct drive action there. That is a lot of cash. I think I know where I stashed the round bale right now. It's that time of year, Tanker Red. Although I'm a little mildly surprised at the his MO Montana. Kind of thinking maybe they'd be a little bit more behind on first cut. Missouri, okay. Not doing so hot on my Abbreviations tonight, huh? Although I'm not old enough to say, back in my day, Sonny, we only had 48 states. Not that old. Rabbit Rob, on the other hand, that's a different story. I am in Germany. So if you need seeds, you're going to have to source your own. It's quite the drive between Germany and Slovakia. Who wants to put, I guess, down how many clover bales do you think we're going to get? Oh, lucky me. One rake width. I got this rake from the Vermeer DLC. It is a part of the Vermeer DLC. The R2800. Now, I'll take this over here. And we'll go get the baler. I can't get rid. I have no idea where Hof Bergmann is in the fictional world. Now I want to turn the wrapper off. Toggle bale wrapper off. There we go. And I'm pretty sure, right? Pretty sure. Let's build mode. Silos. $10-meter long. Hey, we can put it right there. Hoo-yah! On the hoo-yah! And we want to do clover. TLOVR, clover. Round bales, let's do 150. 150. Toggle bale wrapper on. I don't want to turn it on. No, no, I'm not in Germany. Realm of Chaos, aka DB. He is over on the Carpathian Countryside server. Seeding, it appears to be. So he was implying that my services over there would be useful. But we're over here today. So this is the tractor and one of the balers we got with the 1.91 update. Included some free content. We all enjoy a little free content. I've turned the wrapper off. Just so we don't make silage bales. Now tomorrow we have our last back sheet Friday before Farm Sim Mobile 23 releases. We were talking briefly about this earlier during the pre-show. Farm Sim 23 for iOS, Android, and Nintendo Switch. Anybody planning on picking it up so they can do their farmings might chill when they're out and about. Life gets a little too stressful and you can't come home to your gaming system. You can always just whip out your phone and harvest some fields, plow some fields, feed your chickens. I know it's $7.99 on the iOS store. Looked earlier today for the Android store price, and all I could do was pre-register. It seemed like pre-registering would basically put you on a contact list, so it told you when it was ready for purchase, and then you could also pick it up for Nintendo Switch. Now the Nintendo Switch price is a bit more because the game does have some paid unlocks for iOS and Android, whereas the Nintendo Switch version is 100% unlocked up front. Oh yeah, it would be interesting for the deployment for sure. When I watched it or when I played some of it way back in March on an iPad. I was really impressed with how it looked. It looked just like Farm Sim 22 on PC. I was even able to crank the settings up to very high and dialed it in a bit. It looked pretty darn good. 2 new maps, a UK map and a US map. Trio Gaming, what's up? How you doing? Countryside outside of Hanover is where Hof Bergmann is to be. You're traveling for 6 straight weeks. Is a heck of a travel. That's your international trip, no doubt. Reef, what is up? How's it go? I think what we'll do is we'll buy this. Of course I can't visit it. Let me walk through the countryside. Let's get some Angus. We get a bowl. And we get just 9 of these. Where's Mr. Bull? There he is. Hello there, big boy. Oh, wait. We'll use the clover for them. I think Australia's on lots of bucket lists, right? That's on my bucket list. Aussie Farm Sim guy, welcome. Welcome. $6, it's like, that's like virtually right next door. I didn't zero my bale counter. I think we were at 26. So we are at 11. 11 bales made so far. And it's probably a perfect time to visit Australia because it's in their summertime. It's in their winter. Sorry. I think next weekend, not this coming weekend, but the 27th, we're going to be involved in a farm sim event with some fellow creators. We're currently working on planning that out. There's a Western Australia map. I think it was named Western Australia. There we got that. Well, you could have been one of those big road train drivers. Alright, catch you later, Will. Hope you come back before we're done. We're going about another hour to go. Alright, let's see here. We have the do we have forks for this? Excuse me, coming through. Oh, I know where they are. I think I know where they are. They do get all the fun. I mean, they've got fun accent. It's summer when it's winter, and winter when it's summer. Yeah, I watch a, I occasionally watch a trucking channel. And he was mentioning Blitz Week. Better have your log in order. Okay. I was worried we wouldn't be able to pick this up. Let's go feed these new cows. They are right on the other side of this field. Rambo 5, welcome. Welcome. You better hurry up, DHL truck. Drive over a new bridge that we built. Come up here along our silphile field, which maybe we'll see growth next month. I don't even know how much this will feed them. Oh, that road comes straight through here. We'll cut through the wood. Why not? Oh, brake, 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 brake. Up, 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 bad news. Bad news happening. Bad things are occurring here. Hello? Hello? Oh, I just stabbed. Oh! I stabbed it on my forks. Hello, McFly. Ah, wait, whatever. We'll worry about that later. I think Trucker Jim's reminiscing when sleepers were a piece of plywood you put over the seats. Are those sleepers that weren't connected to the cab? You had to get out and climb in the back. Well, I never drove a truck. But I can tell you that I started driving a vehicle. I was vehicular driving in the early 90s. Yeah, that's why I said like sleepers were plywood you put between the seats. There's our fail thingy. Let's use this. Oh, Schultz, you've always been in a retirement home. Don't you know this? Who left this bike here? I wonder if this bike can auto-load. That would be the bee's knees. This guy has amazing balance. Oh, a tanker. Tanketeer. What do they call a tank driver? They call him don't get in his way. Grab that. Schultz, I think I got a problem with my brakes. Last night in ACC, I was running around and suddenly I'm like, why am I like 2 seconds slower? And my brakes are dragging. I gotta go put a dead zone in on my brakes. Probably really should change out my pedals for a new set, but doing that is way too much work. So I basically have to disassemble my my driving setup. Alright, we'll put that there. Drop that off. Oh, are you serious? You brake checked me on the way. Alright, we're gonna do this. We're not gonna go mow the hay. We're not gonna go mow the hay. We're gonna redo the side compost. It's compost cooking again. Later, Trio Gaming. Here, there you go. I just cut in front of you, make up for it. What is up, Waylon? Got the great Landini. Who's been doing anything with the bale contest? The bale stacking challenge esports mode. What's your best time? Filling up the straw loft with straw. Still had a load of straw here. Okay. Our problems in ATS are cars randomly changing lanes on us. Welcome back, Will. That was real short. About 20 minutes, I think. I think I came close to breaking the 3-minute barrier. Although I haven't really kept track of my times on the bale stacking. Here because I got a ton of straw still on the ground from last year. Now, of course, this straw should have gone away. IRL, it's really depressing. I'd like to see someone come up with bale rotting and windrow rotting for seasonal cycles. As far as I know, that's not a thing anymore. No, traffic just loops. Traffic just loops. But I left all this straw on the ground because I wanted to make use of it for compost. It's cheap. It's cheap compost making material. This way we can make pretty good money with our silage or our compost processing at the BGA. I mean, I kind of know why it wasn't added. Sake of simplicity and the game mechanic for players that really didn't understand what was going on. Yeah, I think still the majority of players play with the seasonal growth calendar turned off. I think if different creators put up polls, or you know, do you play with seasonal growth on or off? I think you would find some vastly different percentages amongst the different creators' viewers. I think viewers of channels like mine and maybe Virtual Farmer and a few others that play a bit more realistic-ish that pole would probably skew to the yes. Oh. Well. Then you have things like that happen. Then I think some more of the arcadey style creators that are a little less focused on realistic-ish, the pole would probably skew the other way. It's just like an ATS sign. You hit those things and bam, you knock out your engine. But that's one of the niceties of Farm Sim. It's a play your way type of environment versus more of a play our way. Last night I was doing a little bit of ACC practice, and I stopped after about an hour because, well, one, at this point in my sim racing career, sim racing experience, after about 45 minutes, I'm probably not picking up a whole lot more speed. And when I noticed that my brakes were dragging, I was a little less motivated to keep on going. So I downloaded and installed, what was it? Star Wars Jedi, I don't know what. It's a Jedi game that came out in like 21. And I played through probably maybe an hour of that. Yep, Fallen Order. Played through an hour of that and enjoyed it. Right? It was an interesting change of pace. But it reminded me those games are very, well, they're scripted, right? You go here, you do this. Everyone that plays the game has gone through the same path and done the same things. Farm Sim is no two people are going to play the same map the same way. You could play the same map 6 different ways and never play it yourself the same way, right? The grub calendar, it defines when you can plant and when you can harvest. Yes. So if you turn it off, you can plant anytime, anything. Crop still takes the same predetermined amount of time to grow. So wheat, I think, is still like 6 months to grow. Oats is shorter. Oats might be like 4 months. So the people that turn it off, right, they can plant whatever, whenever. And then they'll just fast forward, right? I planted wheat, so let me fast forward 6 months. And now I can harvest the wheat I just planted. But again, Play whichever way appeals to you. Captain Kiwi, welcome. How's it going for you, sir? "33 hours. Are you done, Bill's Bub? Are you done?" I've been hearing some info about kind of the... What is it, the new one that came out? It's going through like 5 updates in like 2 months or something. Trucker Jim, there is. If you go over to the Giants website, farmingsimulator.com, and at the top, if you see the tab that says tutorials, click on that and you'll see the Farm Sim Academy. They are a bunch of informational blog posts created by Giants, and one of those will be kind of discussing crops and growth. And they should have a table that outlines the growth times in months for each crop. And it's pretty much in line with the base game growth calendar. That was a big pain point for some players when 22 came out, because they couldn't set their growth to fast. So in 19 and before, you could set your growth to slow, normal, or fast, I think. And under fast, you would be literally, you could plant the crop one day, sleep, and then harvest it the next. But suddenly you couldn't do that. You had to, heaven forbid, sleep 3 times in a row. And then you could harvest. And some things like trees can take up to 2 years, 24 months to get to full height. So once we get all this straw off the field, we can bring it over from the straw loft. Bot Farmer, I was told Crockett Farmer wasn't on the website anymore. I'm guessing that he's going to be updating it, and maybe he has to have it taken down. I don't know anything more. We go. For the next load. Schultz, do you have any more information? Maybe someone who's more in tune with the happenings on Facebook would know more. All we know is it's gone. Like I say, it may be that the map author is updating it and requests that it be pulled pending the update posting. But since the testing thread's not been updated in a week, we really don't know. KJ Wiggums. What is up, man? What is up? Haven't seen you around for a little while. I have seen you post some videos, which is always good to see. Uh-oh. Jim. Alien Jim is here, and he knows. He knows things. Because he's got alien powers. It says Kraken Farm is being updated and is in testing. Maybe we'll see it drop tomorrow. That's all we know. Thank you for that little bit of the nougat of information. I tell you what, how about nougat? Who likes nougat, and what is your favorite piece of candy that includes nougat? I am a big fan of nougat. I like nougat in anything that has nougat in it. Well, let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story about a young alien Jim. He lurks. He's a lurker. I don't know if he's a looker, because he's an alien, and that's just weird. But he's a lurker. Because one day, somebody like Rabbit Rob, Captain Kiwi, one day a very generous viewer dropped like 10 gifted subs, 10 gifted memberships. And you know whose name was number 1 on recipient of a gifted membership? That's right. Alien Jim. That meant he was sitting there lurking from like 5 minutes in. He was found out. All this time he works until he knows we're about to end it. Then he comes out of hiding and says, "Howdy ho, neighbor." And we think he just showed up. But he's been sitting here with the stealth, with the, what's that Star Trek thing? With the cloaking field on. Yeah, he's cloaked. Cloak and dagger. Oh, it's fun. It's fun. But yes, you heard it here. Hopefully Kraken Farm coming back very, very soon. Captain Kiwi is not a fan of nougat, but he is a fan of Subway. What kind of sub did you get today? Are you getting that vegetarian sub? And then slapping some pastrami and roast beef on it when it gets here, when you get home? Well, it's a byproduct of our hours apart, right? We're like 5 hours apart. It's 9:30 for me. That means it's like 2:30 in the morning, alien time. Okay, it's the meat will be added later, so. What? I'm trying to. Oh, there's Artemis. There's Artemis. I'm trying to figure out where Artemis's message was. See Rabbit Rob saying hi to him. So, Captain Kiwi doesn't like nougat. How many candy bars can we name that have nougat? Snickers. Definitely has nougat. I think Payday. Is Payday the one with nougat and peanuts? Oh, you know what? What if Subway had a smoked salmon sub? No, not Ted Nougat. Is Milky Way nougat? I think Milky Way might be a nougat. A light fluffy nougat, not a more dense nougat. Oh, Baby Roots are good. Look, that's got nougat in it. I think we looked it up one day what nougat was. It's like aerated sugar or something. Well, tonight we had what the local Mexican restaurant calls Texas fajitas. It was chicken, shrimp, and steak fajitas for 2. We introduced our son to fajitas. They were a thumbs up. Well, I don't see anything wrong with air puffed sugar wrapped with more sugar. I mean, that sounds like a 100% American thing. I mean, the only thing more American than that would be to have air puffed sugar, wrapped in bacon, covered in chocolate. That would be the win. Fried Snickers is pretty good. I haven't had fried ice cream in a while. That's good too. Now we are kind of building out the sides. No, build it up. Build it up. Almost done. How about chocolate dipped raspberries? I don't know about that. Tell you what's good. Oh, chocolate covered raisins. Chocolate covered raisins are outstanding. Only thing that they might be second to is yogurt covered raisins. Basically, covered raisins are darn good. No, Will, that's wrong. But then again, you're from Florida, so it kind of makes sense. Who would rightfully put ketchup on biscuits and gravy? No, covered bacon covered raisins. That's almost as foul as trying to put raisins in that nasty stuff those Canadians want to eat. I mean, they foul French fries with gravy and cheese curds, when we all know it really needs melted cheese and bacon. Now, Trucker Jim, that I could stand behind that. Although I prefer my gravy to have chipped beef in it than sausage. Sausage spice can be a bit rough on my sensitive innards. I mean, Captain Kiwi, you could bring it. You could bring that dish to New Zealand, and people be like, "What is this? What is this? What is this magical dish?" Will, isn't that a brunch sandwich? PB&J with bacon? I thought they served that at all the fancy country clubs for brunch. Didn't a pizza shop do like bacon stuffed crust pizza? Or am I just dreaming that would be a fabulous idea? Bacon stuffed crust pizza. Ah, well, it's not really crap. It's another word for crap that starts with a sh. But yeah, if you were going to, if you're working to get around the YouTube censors, it would be the C word. Oh, you are being considerate of the sensitive eyes. All right, now that that field's done, we can what? Oh, I'm not over it. There we go. We can pull straw out our straw law. Oh, look at that fill plane going down in the middle. Nice. Oh, it's such an awesome detail. Well, Schultz, I think he just hasn't been made right for you. Although Schultz comes from a land where everything's covered in ranch. I don't think Sloppy Joe doesn't work well if you put ranch on it. That's probably why he doesn't like it. Like when you go to a restaurant where Schultz lives, they don't just bring you water, right, without asking. They bring you a bowl of ranch. I wonder if we can turn the lights on. Oh, that turns them on upstairs too. Well, yeah, I mean, ice cream with ranch. That's why you get it in a cone, so you can just dip it in the ranch. I made that one day. That's, well, I made, what's called hobo soup, but yeah. Pretty straightforward. It was like hamburgers, just random vegetables, like corn, green beans, potatoes. Then a shot of Worcestershire sauce. I mean, that's kind of a nice build texture too. Then we got cobwebs in here. That's a pretty cool building. 2 or 3 loads. Get that thing full. Oh, Captain Kiwi, you know the great Blandini can do it. That's why I got this great Blandini. Perform feats that no other green tractor can do. It takes the blue. The mighty blue. The 1050 is an oversized bully. Now the best part of these bunkers is they don't have any seepage out the side. I don't know where Tuki is. He might be working. I think, Schultz, it's because you just can't handle it. It's too big for you. That's why you like using those underpowered toy tractors called John Deere. I hear John Deere completely lost all their right to repair arguments. So good on all of those right to repair activists. I didn't catch too much of the news on it, the details on it. Oh, that's awesome. The field plane going down there in the middle. That's just cool. So I don't know the details exactly, but I was seeing some reports from some right to repair folks talking about a major victory against the JD. Guessing this thing's going to hold 2,000, 200,000. More than that. $202,066. go. Oh, I'm stuck. All right, we'll let that cook. Kind of partial to the older fence styles. Right. Kind of partial to the, I guess it's under small. To the, where is it? 515. This 511, 515. Right, this older, older style. Oh no, let me in. All right, let's see how our rabbits are doing. Keep them in lettuce. Oh, I was hauling manure from the chickens. When I came on here earlier, it's just, well, leave the light on so it keeps the birds out of the loft. You know? Oh, we could have put manure in there too. Well, we can use the manure on our community garden, our garden plot here at the farm. Uh-oh. Oh, Ellie and Jim, I got a question for you if you're still here. Because this came up in the last stream. And I mentioned I was going to ask next time you were here. And I forgot until now. Man, we got lots of little chicks. They gotta be growing up soon. They're gonna have to be growing up soon. We got 60 little chicks. One month, 3 months, and 5 months. You may have went to bed. We'll get the manure from that with the wheel loader. We don't want to break our immersion by not seeing our arms. Surprised the cats aren't interested in these chicks. Well, the wheelbarrow's got a max speed of 6 miles per hour. So the only way you're going to walk faster than that is to modify the XML for the wheelbarrow. But I'm full throttle. Or are you saying that yours walks slower? We'll go back, we'll pop the chicken feed off, and that's where we're going to call it a night. Thank you all for coming out and watching. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it's just six MPHs. Yeah, assume maybe it's slower if your frames are knocking down. Oh, we gotta get a new bag. Gonna need a new bag of chicken feed. Or we just get a wheelbarrow wheel full of wheat from the silo. That's what we can do. So keep an eye on the channel tomorrow because I think we're going to be doing finalizing some single-player Emerald Coast testing, just validating traffic's doing what it's supposed to be doing on my system. And then maybe, just maybe in the coming days, we'll see Emerald Coast drop for realsies. So you all can get on there and get to town on your virtual farms. And until next time, happy farming.